Welcome to the Transform Sales Podcast, where forward-thinking business leaders come to share their experiences and ideas, learn from each other, and amplify their results together.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Transform Sales Podcast, Sales Software Review Series. Today, we have the pleasure of having Sean Clark from HighLevel with us. Hey, how you doing, Sean?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us. Today, we are going to talk about HighLevel for marketing agency owners. Question for you here. We'll just go ahead and get right into it. Sean, when you think about the different types of customers that you all have at HighLevel, what type of products are they normally using when they come in as marketing agency owners? And go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So the biggest products, the core products are the website builder, the funnel builder, the automations, the CRM system, really the things that you would sort of think of as the standard features almost any business should be using, so that they really do start with those features and then really kind of grow out from there.
Okay. And before they come over to HighLevel, what products do they tend to be using? What do you see the most?
You name it. So basically, the big problem we see is most people are using 6 or 7, 3 or 4, whatever it is, different products, and then trying to string them all together. And the problem is they don't talk very well. They don't work very well together seamlessly. So what tends to happen is people will come in initially, we call it kind of the plus one. So you're looking for that next thing. High Level has pretty much every feature you could imagine. You come in, you maybe adopt that plus one. So maybe you're coming in because you need better automations, or you're coming in because you want affiliate management system or social posting software, and you'll add that on, and then you'll realize, oh, wait a second, I can do all these other things in one spot, and then it simplifies your stack, and people then just move over and adopt the whole thing as a singular stack, so the information passes seamlessly throughout the system.
So I guess then you would say that the challenge really is having to hop around to different tech stacks in general, just literally the hot.
You got to get them to talk. I mean, if you have, funnel builder over here that sends a thing over to a CRM over there, which then sends to an automation builder over there, and an affiliate management product, or it's like, if you've ever really run a real business doing that, you realize you just get lost in the soup, and invariably information gets lost, and your campaigns don't execute as well, and all of that stuff doesn't report back to Google Analytics and your Google Ads Manager and a Facebook Ads Manager. You just can't tie it together the way you want to, and so you need a tech stack like ours that has it all in one place. So that way you can actually see the user journey, from the very first time they entered your website or your funnel all the way through to close. What ads did they come from? How much ROI from a revenue perspective can you attribute back to that ad spend? All of that you can do seamlessly on our system without having to jump around.
Got it. So when we think about the new term of RevOps, revenue operations, right, and the fact that in a RevOps, the RevOps methodology is based on having these different departments connected. We're saying that you avoid the waste associated with hopping into different platforms, and maybe the lost information that comes from disjointedness. And even if one stops working, goes offline, the connection isn't working, triggering correctly, you might lose some of that. We're also talking about that visibility of the data all the way through in one place, so that if it's firing on all cylinders like it should be, you could more easily read the data. And I heard you also kind of mention attribution, which is right?
Yep.
Got it.
100%.
Now there are other obviously tools out there, ClickFunnels, HubSpot, Salesforce, even to some extent, right? Maybe to a lesser extent. So let's say HubSpot.
They're certainly trying to go to a smaller market, but yeah, they're having a tough time of it, I think.
Okay. So where we're saying there, the differences there is the smaller market, right? So HubSpot, even as a HubSpot partner, I know like 3 million to 10 million was really where they focused at one point, and now they might be trying to go downstream. And I guess
Trying to go upstream. Salesforce is trying to come downstream, but I think both of them are having a really tough time because HubSpot, it traditionally used to actually focus on the SMB market, but now they're really leaving most of those people behind. They're happy to take their money, but if you look at they're trying to become that next Salesforce. So they're radically increasing their prices and radically targeting much higher folks. And then Salesforce, of course, if you're an enterprise, you know who they are. So, if you haven't bought Salesforce at this point, you're not buying it. So Salesforce is sort of out of customers at the top. So they're trying to kind of come back downstream. So there's a lot of interesting movement there in the market.
Got it. All right. So then we just got a little bit more detail in saying that HighLevel, definitely when you're a owner operated agency or you're a smaller business and you need something that's going to work for you, then this is where HighLevel is trying to really up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, what's great now is I can very confidently say we actually have more features than HubSpot does for a heck of a lot lower price. And we've been able to do it in a way where, we're not charging per contact or uh, per seat or user, some silliness like that. We have a very flat pricing model. And so just as you scale your business, you're not going to end up with a bill that's 10 times bigger than what you started with.
Got it. Got it. All right. That's the ROI. Well, then with no further ado, why don't we go ahead and hop into the system and continue our conversation inside a demo environment.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
So when it comes to the challenges that we're fixing, right? We talked about obviously the fact that everything's integrated in one place. Let's start there. Uh,
Yeah, sure.
Tell us a little bit about the features here, so people can take a look behind the curtain and see how that integration is happening that allows them to cut out at what's other software platforms they get to cut out when they fully utilize
Yeah.
season.
No, I mean, this to do this properly will take about an hour, so let's not do that. But just imagine that all of the functionality. So, like, here's conversations. So this is imagine two-way conversations via text, email, whatever, you name it. Facebook Messenger, Instagram DMs, all of the kinds of two-way conversations you want to have with your customers, all in one spot. Live web chat is here, phone calls, inbound and outbound. It's a full phone system, so you can do inbound and outbound dialing, full calendar situation here. So think like Calendly replacement, full CRM here. So you can have all kinds of contact information. You can have all kinds of, this is your full CRM that you can think of notes and tasks. And you can have all kinds of payment information. You can have documents and contracts, like on and on. I'm a salesperson. I need to track all my sales opportunities across a pipeline. I can do that here. I can do it either in a list view like this, or I can go in and actually do it as a pipeline as well. So there's all kinds of ways that I can actually go in and manage all of this. I could have multiple pipelines. I can move people through different stages. All of the things that you would sort of expect as a salesperson is all right here and for you, and you can very, very easily do that. So there's the actual pipeline view there, and then and once I close them, I need to send them an invoice or an estimate, or I need to send them a document and a contract. I need to create a subscription for them. All kinds of payment stuff that you can think of. I want to run an e-com store. I want to have coupons, like you name it, we got it. Oh, and you know what? We should probably do some marketing. So I want to do social planning. So I want to post to social media. I want to do email campaigns. So I can do all of that. I want to run an affiliate campaign. I can have affiliates as well. You know what? I'd also like to run some Facebook ads or some Google ads. Well, don't worry, we have a whole ads manager in here. Also on the marketing side, automations, exactly what you would hope for here. Full on drag and drop visual automations builder. This is really driving your users through a beautiful flow that you can create. So you can say, look, when they do this, I want it to do that, and I want it to send this, and all kinds of options that you couldn't that you're looking for here. Everything that you could kind of imagine uh, from that perspective. And just to give you an idea here, you can see how big this one gets. The
Yeah.
team did a fantastic job actually getting this out here. And you can see you can jump around. You can do cool things like you can do conditional logic here. So if this, then jump down here. If not, go back around. It's a very complex setup. And you can see there's a ton of this. And then of course there's all this AI that's laid on top of it. So you can use content AI to create images, to create text, to create social posts. And we haven't even built any websites yet. So don't worry about full funnel builder, you name it. So as you can see very quickly here, I mean, I've rattled off what most people pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for. You can put all in one piece of software and make it very seamless and tie all this data together. And all of these apps are owned and operated and written by HighLevel, so you're not buying multiple apps. These are all code that we built. Beautiful drag and drop builder here. You can go in, say I want to add a headline, drop a headline. You just go to town, you do your thing.
Mhm.
It's awesome.
All right. Well, as a marketing agency, and then bring it back to the marketing agency, obviously, the marketing agency users, you pretty much, if you're watching this, then you pretty much probably saw different services that you offer your customers or your clients right now that you could obviously run all from here. Now, here's the question, Sean. You all have some cool features for client management if it's an agency as well, right? So
Oh,
this,
100%. So this is all within the we call it the sub account, but you think about it like all within the client's account. But then you can jump up to what we call the agency view. And this is actually what really makes high level magical. So it's multi-tenant by design. So if you're an agency, you obviously have multiple clients. Well, guess what? You now have the ability to manage all of these clients here. You can switch in and out of them seamlessly. Your clients can log in, of course, and see their account, but you can jump in and out of all of your clients' accounts. And again, if you're an actual agency, this is one of the biggest reasons to use us, because even if you love all the 6 different apps you're already using for all of your clients, multiply that times 10 clients, that's 60 different logins that you have to deal with, versus here, you only have to deal with one. And you can do all kinds of amazing things. You can actually charge for HighLevel. So HighLevel becomes an entire revenue stream that you didn't have 5 minutes ago. It's all white label. So you can actually white label HighLevel as well. You can put it under your own URL, your own logos. HighLevel doesn't appear at all. On and on and on and on it goes. I mean, literally the amount of things I could demo and show off here is just astounding. But the fact of the matter is, there is not an app out there that has at the level of feature set we have in one spot. Actually, period, for any price, it doesn't exist. Go challenge me on that. Go for it, but you won't find it. And to think that you can do it for multiple clients and you can do it for a flat pricing model, it's an insane value. It's great. It is what every agency should be using. There really isn't a better option out there.
so what I'm hearing is that we might actually need to do a couple of other episodes to dig deeper into some key features so that people could really implement them.
Absolutely. You throw out a feature. I mean, the fun part now is, I mean, we're over 350 engineers. We have over 1,300 employees. We're actually now the second largest marketing automation platform in the world. We're actually larger than HubSpot by customer count. So yeah, there's really not a feature we don't have anymore.
So as far as this part goes here about the sub accounts, I can have 5, I can have 100, I can have 1,000, and my price doesn't change.
That's right. 100%.
Wow. Okay, so I want to ask you about something I've been seeing promoted online a little bit, and that is, and I feel like High Level's been on the back of, and that is these chat bots. So if an agency wanted to create chat bots for their clients, what does that normally look like in here?
Oh, it's super simple. So first of all, this is the high level account. So look right here. Somebody just chatted in our website. Hi, I want to ask about cloud calling and call center solution. Do you have it in high level? This right here. Hi, yes, we do. Here's the article for it. Guess what? That's AI right there answering every single chat that comes in our website. Uh, and the way we set that up is really simple. You go to settings, you go to conversation AI, and here it is. You turn it on autopilot mode. You can train it. You can train it. You can see right here, we're training it with our help documents. You can upload different links and the bot will crawl those links for you automatically. You can then customize it as you go. You can put in different FAQ responses, and you can decide what you want the bot to do. Do you want it to be a general support bot? Do you want it to book appointments for you? You can sit here and actually test it out to make sure that it's answering questions the way you want. It's very, very, very simple. It's built into every sub account. You turn it on like that and it goes.
Do you have to have anything else? Do you have to maybe have like a Chat GPT subscription and a special playground? None of
No. See, here's the thing. So the reality is like AI is changing so fast, right? And you got models from ChatGPT, but no, Meta's going to come out and say, no, our model's better. Then Google's going to come out and say, no, our model's better. And they're fighting all the time. And the reality is, when you look at it, this is what's pushing the envelope forward. And sometimes you get into these weird scenarios where it's like, well, actually, if you want to book appointments, Meta's model today is the best. But if you don't want to book appointments, you just want general QA. Oh, sure enough, ChatGPT is the best. And then sometimes within ChatGPT, 3.5 is better than 4 for some scenarios. And so what we do on the back end is we take care of all those details for you. So we just figure out as those models move, we move, and you don't have to worry about it. It just means the AI on the front end is always the best it can be and is always getting pushed forward. And we don't have to ask you to go sign up for this service and that service and plug this in and plug that in. It eliminates the complexity.
All right. So then speaking of complexity, let's go into the next thing that typically is a landmine for people buying software. What tasks, deliverables, and people are typically involved in setting up High Level? I mean, who needs to be involved and how long might it take?
Well, I mean, the great thing about HighLevel is, I mean, we have every feature you could imagine, but the most important thing you do is you start with one feature, because if you try to eat the whale, it's just not going to work, right? So you don't want to try to get all these features going. Just pick a 1 or 2 or 3 that you see value in and you want to deliver, And then guess what? You get to jump on Zoom with us. Our team will actually sit down on a call and set it up with you. So it's not it's not a situation where you're chatting in or reading tons of articles. We're literally getting on a call with you, doing the setup with you for free out of the gate. We do this all the way through until you get to the point where you have value. And then on an ongoing basis, if you need additional help, you jump back in Zoom and you talk to us again. It's the most, I mean, the best software in the world is nothing without amazing customer service. And I think we have the best in the business because I can't think of any other place where you can jump on Zoom and someone will actually handhold you and set your account up for you or with you. So you're learning and getting set up at the same time.
All right. So not only limited to chat support, you can pick up a phone, but you can also get on a video call.
Which is, no offense, but like chat sport's great for something small and quick. And it's in my opinion, chat sport's like, I'm not going to bother to read the article. I just want someone who's already read it to tell me the answer. That's fine. But if you want real work done, please don't call. Get on a Zoom call. Being able to see a screen, see the problem, help people out in that way is just life changing. Phone calls, in my opinion, we have them because people want them, but I think they're a big fat waste of time.
And just out of curiosity, what are your hours of service on a typical basis for folks?
24/7, 365.
Okay, so someone could hop on a Zoom call 24/7, 365.
You betcha. We have people all over the world. Again, 1,200 employees. We'll be 1,500 by the end of the year. We have a very big team. We're a very big company, and we have a ton of that. I would tell you our biggest team is support by a long shot.
I gotta say, I've never heard of that level of support before. That's impressive. I'm happy to hear it. All right, so
Work of what we do.
So then wrapping it up, once again, focusing on the marketing agency owner, what KPIs, let's not, there's a bunch of them, but if you were to pick a couple that come to mind for you to say, hey, you know what, when you start up as an marketing agency owner with HighLevel, these are maybe 3 that you should expect to see improve.
So I would say, so taking it back to what you're trying to do for your customer is you're trying to deliver sales. I don't care what it is you think you do. At the end of the day, your customers don't care about your SEO or your social posting or anything else unless it delivers actual money through the door. And that's what you want to show people. And so what we look at and what we work with most people is like, how's that cycle working for you? So if you work for like a plumber, right? You need to book calls for that plumber. So we have calendaring and we have automations in the system. We have landing pages. So think about it like this: capture, nurture, close. You want to set up the capture step in HighLevel. So we're going, oh yeah, we got that lead. But you know what? That lead is just a lead. It's not a customer until it's actually booked an appointment, because that's as far as you can go as an agency. So let's help you do that. So capture that lead. Nurture. What does nurture mean? It means like as soon as that lead says, hey, I'm interested, I fill out the form, boom, we're on to them with SMS. Hey, thanks for registering on for our offer for this or for that. Is now a good time to get you booked for an appointment? And they're like, yeah, that'd be great. And guess what? AI is like, no problem. What time do you want to come in? And bam, we just nurture them through using AI, book the appointment, put the appointment on the calendar of the plumber. And guess what? You are worth your weight in gold at that moment, because you're not giving me a name and a phone number and saying, good luck, Mr. Plumber, go call this person to make it happen. You're putting them on my calendar. I'm just going to have to show up at their address and then do what I do best, which is show them I'm a great plumber. Now you're really creating a value and you're really showing me a deliverable.
So is there anything then, in wrapping up, is there anything that you've seen maybe with new marketing agency owners onboarding that they could even do in advance or make sure they have lined up in advance to make that process even more seamless and fast?
Well, one of the things you could do out of the gate. So, HighLevel provides so many tools, right? But every small business, they want more 5-star reviews. If you ever meet a business owner and you say, would you like more 5-star reviews? It's like, no, duh, of course I would. Well, guess what? There's a great, easy way to do that. When you first get them as a customer, the thing you can do immediately is in the first week, you set up what we call a review reactivation campaign. You say, hey, listen, give me the names and numbers of all the customers you've served in the last 6 months. You send them a quick bulk text message. Hey, this is Bob at Bob's Plumbing. It was great to work with you over the last couple of months. Would love it if you wouldn't mind leaving us a review. Here's a link that makes it easy. And here's what you're going to do. You can stage it out. So you drip that out over a week. And what's going to happen is you're going to get 5-star review after 5-star review after 5-star review. And you're going to blow that person up in a positive way. And they're going to love you for that. And that gives you a lot of air cover while you're also setting up the capture, setting up the nurture, setting up all that stuff, starting to get value there. You're just showing value immediately out of the gate. No ad spend, no nothing. You're getting 5-star reviews. You're getting a higher Google rank. and immediately they're going to get more traffic and business from that. So it's an easy way to just right out of the door, just blow them up and give them some great value.
Awesome. Well, Sean, you shared some great tips and advice. Think we got a good look very fast, but with so many features, got to say it was pretty comprehensive what we covered in a short amount of time. And I hope that we have an opportunity to get on again and dive deeper into a couple features. If you are out there watching, let us know what features you're most interested in. If you're a marketing agency and interested in testing out some new tools, let us know what features you're interested in so we can cover those. And we'll catch you on the next episode. Have a great one.
Bye, everybody.